Hey up, how do? Hope you're all well. Welcome to a new series of cooking. This whole series on a Thursday night is going to be dedicated to council cooking. So this is kind of the throwback to when I was a kid growing up on Teesside and money was very tight, and one things I remember the most is we always had food on the table. No matter how tight it got, there was always a hot meal every day. So this is kind of a little throwback to those days, and this one is probably my favourite out of all the dinners, mainly because we got stack loads of it and it was cheap, but it was kind of maybe not the healthiest, but it kept you going and filled up. And yeah, it's just kind of that good old school cooking. So let's have a look at the ingredients and let's get it done. So ingredients wise, it couldn't be any simpler. Mashed potatoes for the mash. When we'll do the mash, we'll add a little bit of butter. Just use Nord Pack, nobody needs to be paying for layer pack. We've got baked beans, and we've got corned beef. These are all from Aldi, and then we'll also be using an onion or two to add in. So that's it basically. 5 ingredients. It cannot be any simpler. And like I said, it's going to fill you up and it's going to be delicious. So let's get in. So once we've peeled the spuds, all we want to do, we just want to dice them. Doesn't matter what size chunks. The smaller means less time it'll take to cook. But I'm just quartering these potatoes, to be honest. I'm not in a rush. I can let them simmer and boil away. But yeah, it's entirely up to you how you chop your potatoes. But I'm not really in a rush. So what I've done, I've chopped them, and then you'll see there the potato skins. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to deep fry them, add a little bit of salt and pepper, and they'll come in for a nice snack later on tonight. So all we have there is the chopped potatoes. We're just going to wash them in a little bit of water, add some extra water, a little bit of salt, and we'll get it on the boil. So the tatties are just starting to boil away. They're probably going to take about 20-25 minutes. Take no notice of the missing wall tiles. Just had it rewired, so I'm waiting for them to be delivered. But onions are done. They're waiting to go in, and then once they're fried off, we should come back. The tatties should be done. Then we can add and chop the corned beef. Fry like 1 cal. Give it a good spray. As I mentioned, ignore the tiles in the back. Who knew that finding 20-year-old tiles would be an issue? We're just going to heat up that oil and then we'll get the onions in. In with the onions on a low heat, low medium heat. Now, the idea with these onions is you just want to cook them low and slow, not too hot. You still want them to retain a little bit of texture, but brown off. So while them tatties are nice and boiling away, we're just going to keep an eye on these onions. So let's just talk about corned beef. Corned beef was probably the main meat substitute as I was growing up. You name it. Corned beef hash like we're doing today, corned beef stew, corned beef in sandwiches, corned beef just on its own. Yeah, it was kind of the go-to cheap alternative. to beef and ham and things like that. So, you know, corned beef years ago used to be extremely cheap. Not so cheap these days, but there's still good prices to be found if you look around. Obviously, classic. And there's the finished product. Some might say it looks a bit like the good old Bounce dog food. Some probably say it even tastes the same. But you know, that is just loads of flavour out of a can. That's going to go in with the spuds. They're just happy away there, boiling, jamming, and all that good stuff. And then soon we'll be on to the onions. So the potatoes have been drained, they're just there, nice and cooked. All I'm going to do, I'm going to put in half a tablespoon, maybe a bit more, into the potatoes. Get that done, and then it's mashing time. Now, some people might want to use the potato rice. I just like the old-fashioned get in there and get it done yourself type of thing. Doesn't take much to get done. So I've just roughly kind of mashed there. The reason why I've roughly done it is if we get that out, we're just going to slide all that corned beef in. Slide all of it in. Put it over there for the sink. And now we just mash with the corned beef. I'm sure you don't need to see me do this. You probably get the gist by now. So I'll see you when. So as you can see, it's mostly now corned beef, potato, hash, mashed up. Onions are just about done. Well, they are done. They're browned off quite nice. There's going to be a load of flavour in there. So let's just get all this into the pan as well. Waste not, want not. That'd be a bit childish, wouldn't it? Let's get that out of the way. And all we're going to do again is mash it once more. And there we have it in a pan. So you've got your potatoes, your butter, your corned beef, and your fried onions in the pan. Now you might be wondering, but Luke, you've left out a main ingredient from the beginning. I haven't. Chef Mike took care of that for me, because every house should not be without a Chef Mike. So let's plate this up and we'll have a gander. And there we have it. There's a lot more in the pan, like a lot more. That's kind of more than enough for me. So I think there's only one other thing to do. Let's get over at the table and let's give it a try. So yeah, very basic council cooking corned beef hash with beans and fried onions. You can't get any more basic than that. And like I said, growing up, my mum used to feed 5 kids plus our friends as well. So out of one bag, you could easily get 8 dinners. You could feed a full family just out of those ingredients. And it's going to cost you less than £5 to make. But you're not here to hear me waffle on. So I think there's only one thing for it. Cheers, folks. Give a look at that. Yep. Takes me back to the childhood. The only thing different from childhood is we used to add crispy onions. Now, crispy onions is expensive. I think in Asda they're about £1.70 for 100 gram. I wasn't paying that. So, but yeah, very simple, delicious meal. This will fill me up, and until the next time, I will see you again soon. Thanks for joining. Bye.